So I was about to go to bed, and I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna see what else I can get into. Maybe see what else is on the chopping block. All right, let's see what we got. Maybe some more, current events, not something that was a month ago, like I did with the last video. So let's see what we got here. Okay. I get, it's about this dedicated to that judge that's trying to stop Trump's travel ban. Not really a Muslim ban, but whatever. That's cool. You want to keep calling it that, even though it's not. But yeah, okay, sure, okay, whatever. I'm glad you got a hard on for him.
Racism is built in fear. Its foundation is in the primitive, tribal brain, and therefore we all have the potential to be racist.
But but I thought only white people can be racist, since they've been the ones that's been in power. I mean, don't you know that racism is prejudice plus power plus, I don't know, ejaculation and fisting and stuff and like that? Sorry, but I mean, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't mean to dick. At least you are acknowledging that everybody can be racist. Anybody at all can be racist. So I guess I can't really follow you for that. So it's cool that you're doing that. Thank you so much.
On a primitive level, it makes sense. This thing is different. Things that are different could be potentially a threat, initiate fear.
There's more to racism than just fear. Uh, One of the main emotions that fuels racism is hate. It's not that they're scared of, it's not like a white guy is just scared of a black guy. They're, a lot of the KKK and everything, they just hate them. And a lot of racists are racist for a reason. And I'm not saying they're justifiable reasons. There usually are stupid fucking reasons. But there's usually a reason. Usually somebody, hurt them or something like that. There's women who have become racist because they were raped. It's not that they're scared of being raped again. It's that they hate these people. It reminds them of a tragic experience. And again, that's not with everybody. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of different reasons people become racist. So just breaking it down to just fear, that's just, I don't know. I just find that dishonest. It's not just fear. There's a lot of different reasons.
So the process of not being racist involves overcoming this primitive anxiety. We have to use a higher level of critical thinking in order to challenge it. This is why every time fascism attempts to take hold in a country, there is also a strong push against intellectuals. In order to control people through fear, you have to control education and the people's access to critical thinking skills.
Again, there's more to it than just that. Fascism is more than just racism, and it's more than just trying to stop intellectuals. Fascism is just silencing anybody. Fascism is like racism. Anybody can be a fascist. Scientists can be fascist. Intellectuals can be fascist. All right, fascism. It's more than what you're making it out to be. All right. So far, it's sounding like you're gonna do a narrative where only people who disagree with you are fascist, and you're not. And which I don't know who. I don't know you. I know nothing about you. For all I know, you're not fascist at all. But like I said, so far, I haven't seen this whole video. I haven't watched the whole video. I try not to because I try and give actual responses to points that are coming up and everything. So I don't know if that's where you're going with this. Like I said, it just seems like that's where you're going with this, is that anybody who disagrees with you is fascist, which is fascist in a way. It's actually more bigoted than fascist, but still, it's yeah. But let's just see where this goes. Let's see where you go with this.
In this way, white supremacy is like a collective anxiety disorder. It's a tribal screech of pure terror at the nebulous fear of the other. This would seem completely contrary to how they perceive themselves. They will promote themselves as pinnacles of strength and virility to compensate for how insecure other races make them feel.
Yeah, that is something that they will do. I mean that. Also, you're jumping from fascism to racism. Yes, racists will kind of do that, and fascists will do it as well. For instance, take the whole "is it okay to punch a Nazi" thing in the Berkeley riots. Um, the Antifa, I fucking hate calling them that so much, but yeah, the people that were rioting and everything, they were fascist. They were silencing somebody who had a different point of view than them. It wasn't even the point of view. They were just silencing somebody they didn't like. They did not want to give him a platform. They did not want him to speak at all publicly. They wanted to silence him. And they did it through violence and through intimidation. That is something fascists do. And that is something that a racist would do as well. But the difference with a racist and fascists will do it. It's that whole thing of anybody can be a fascist, anybody, and they could do it to anybody for any reason, mainly just political reasons. While a racist will do it just because of a person's race. Again, it's a form of fascism, but it's more dedicated to race than it is just, the point of views. A white fucking Klansman will try and stop a fucking black guy from talking just because he's black. It doesn't matter what his point is. He could be agreeing with the white guy. He's just going to say, "No, nigger, you need to shut up and know your place." That type of thing. And a fascist will know your point of view and will silence you for it. So, yeah, that's you need to stop jumping from one to the other, and pick what you want to talk about, because like I said, you're jumping back and forth. It's kind of getting confusing.
Adolf Hitler is one of those iconic characters who's become such a joke on the internet, he can barely be brought up without it just derailing an entire conversation. Nevertheless, he is a perfect example, because Hitler managed to become a historic mass murderer in no small part because of his deformed penis.
Whoa, 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 what? Where the fuck did that come? What? That's just a fucking, just out of nowhere, just fucking deformed penis. What? Okay. Okay. Like, I literally have no opinion on Hitler's penis. I myself have never seen it and never heard about it. I know there was jokes about it and everything, but I mean, what? Like, okay. There was a lot of reasons Hitler became the way he is. A lot of, God, the only reason Hitler came into power at all was because he was great on the mic. He was more of a face, but also, he did lead and, talked people into letting him lead and everything like that. But he was mainly just a face. I'm not trying to say he didn't do shit. No, he did. He was a fucked up person, horrible person, did a lot of fucked up shit and shit like that. He was in charge. But the reason they got him in the first place was to be the face, and because he was great on the mic and everything. And he just kind of, he was just crazy. There's a lot of reasons he did what he did. It wasn't just because mein Penis. Okay, so what? Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about his penis no more.
I don't say that to disparage men who suffer from this condition. It must be a tremendous and humiliating burden just as much now as it was then. but it explains his deep emotional problems which led him to hurt so many people.
There's a lot that could explain those problems he had. There's a lot that can explain why he was the way he was. Just saying it's his penis and that's why is you're just fucking throwing everything else out. All right. Again, this is kind of dishonest. That's not how it went. You need to stop. I'm not saying he didn't have a deformed penis. He probably fucking did. Wouldn't fucking doubt it. I'm just saying there's more to it than that. Having a weird dick doesn't automatically make you a fucking Nazi. I know you just said that, but you're kind of saying that. Get off the guy's dick.
Fear is a difficult emotion because it makes us feel impotent, and these two feelings are connected.
Fear is an evolutionary trait that we have. It's a defense mechanism. We got it a long, long time ago before, science and stuff, I guess you could say. Sorry, I'm getting kind of dumb. Fear is an evolutionary trait that we have had since the beginning. The way it works is when we see something that we're scared of, like saber-toothed tigers, shit that's going to kill us, we know that's not a good thing. That is something we should run away from. That's why courage is fear, but overcoming it, or whatever the fuck the term is for courage. Alright? Fear is something that everybody has. Everybody is scared of something. Everybody has a fear of something. But you don't see people just becoming fucking fascist or racist just because they fear something. Alright? It's like this travel ban that's going on. Yeah, it's out of fear, but it's a real fear. Look at England, France, and fucking Germany. They've let them in, and shit has happened. Is it all of them? No. Nobody's saying it's all the people in these countries. But these countries were picked for a reason. Not because they're Muslim, but because there's hardcore terrorist activity in these countries. The fear is real. It's not irrational. It's not fake. It's a real fear. And out of fear, we become cautious. Yes, we know that, just because we fear something doesn't mean it's going to happen. Just because we fear that something bad will happen doesn't mean it will. But that fear is there, so we are cautious. That's all the travel ban is. It's just Trump wanting to be cautious, which we should be doing. We shouldn't be letting everybody in just willy-nilly. That's how you get fucking people that are doing fucked up shit. I don't want to hear none of that, well, every terrorist activity in America has been done by a U.S. citizen. That's only half fucking truth, and that's not exactly true altogether. There have been some by immigrants. Most were immigrants that became U.S. citizens, but immigrants nevertheless. 9/11, they were fucking immigrants. They weren't born in America. They were born somewhere else. Fucking the Pulse shooting. Yeah, he was a U.S. citizen. Pretty sure he was born in America. I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, his religion was not. This was a religious thing. He was ashamed of himself because he realized he was homosexual, and his religion said that he couldn't be homosexual. And the only way to redeem himself in his religion was to go and fucking kill infidels. The fear is real. It's not racist or fucking fascist to acknowledge that the fear is real. So jump off the fear wagon, bitch. Alright? I don't even know what the fuck you're getting at.
Insecurity and feelings of impotence make us feel angry and resentful at those who make us feel that way. This is why statements made by racists are so irrational, because they're not based in reason, it's all in feeling.
Again, half right, I guess? I mean, it's not just feeling. There's reasons for it. Again, a lot of times, something happened to a person to make them a racist. Hell, a lot of it is taught in schools. They're trying to be progressive and trying to teach kids not to be racist, but in the end, they end up creating racists. They're, it's not just about feeling. Racism is taught. That's the main thing about racism. It is taught one way or another. Something happens to change a person's mind and make them not like people of a certain race. And even then, it's all depending on how deep they are into it. I have known fucking full-blown racists that were cool with black people. Had no problem with them. They just hated the way the community, the core element of them are. You're not being logical in any of this. I think you're going all about feelings and not reason. Because so far, it sounds like that. I mean, you sound like an ex that her ex-boyfriend cheated on her with her best friend or something, and she's really hurt. So now she's saying that he has a deformed, weird-looking penis, and he's kind of a racist because of his deformed-looking old penis. You got me talking about Hitler's penis again. God damn it!
It doesn't matter if the Muslim family across the street has never done anything remotely threatening. The racist feels threatened, and that's what matters to them.
No. That's... Well, actually, I guess you are right. In this case, you are right. A lot of stupid people out there will see a Muslim family and think something is up. But that's more stupidity than just fear. That is stupidity plus fear equals stupidity racism, I guess. I don't know. But nevertheless, that's more just stupidity than anything else. And I know right there I'm kind of breaking it down to just that, and like I said, the fear is real, but I know that a lot of people, if they've known a family their whole life, they're more likely to defend them and everything, especially, their kids played with their kids, and yada yada yada, or they grew up with them and, fucking went to school with them, college, fucking, they both, fucking white guy and his family, his wife or whatever, and the Muslim and his wife, they both have kids at the same time, and their kids are growing up to each other. These people are more likely to defend them and be like, well, no, they're not terrorists. But that is something that has been known to happen. I'm not saying with terrorists, but during the fucking Cold War, there were Russians that came to America, lived normal lives, their whole lives, being sleeper agents, and then fucking just trigger, and then fucking they're not fucking Americans, they're fucking Soviet soldiers and shit. Sleeper agents are a real thing. So again, it's one of those unlikely, irrational ones. It is kind of an irrational one and an unlikely one, but it's not necessarily unheard of. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of just went on a tirade. So I'll admit, that was a tirade.
This is where attacks on progressives as soft comes from, the ever-present label of snowflake and so on. Now, to be fair, these are common pejoratives these days, especially in gaming and anime communities. Calling someone a snowflake doesn't mean they're a white supremacist. It only indicates that they might be insecure in the same way.
No. Just no. 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 That's not what this is about at all. Alright? People don't call SJWs special snowflakes just because they feel inferior or anything. Alright? Special snowflakes, they're not intellectuals. At all. They're the ones that are going off of fear. They're the ones that are flipping. I mean, my God, look at everything in the small time Trump's actually been president. Everybody, every time he's about to make a decision on something, they freak out. They think the fucking Gestapo is gonna come out and take them. Every time. I had a fucking discussion with a gay friend. She was freaking the fuck out that homosexuals are going to be persecuted and all this other shit. That he's going to sign this bill that's going to take away all their rights and everything. And I was trying to tell her, no, he's not like, it's most likely he's not going to do that. He has no reason to. He's already said that he's not going to do anything like that. He's going to protect the LGBT community. So don't freak out. And she's like, no, he's going to. He is, because this gay news publication said that he's going to. All right? And then what happened? He didn't. He didn't do it at all. He said he fucking signed the thing saying that he's gonna keep doing like fucking Obama did and protect them. No rights are being taken away. Nothing. And so their fear was fucking illogical. There was no reason for it. It was all fake fear. She was being a special snowflake. I fucking love her. She's a badass woman. She's a fucking security guard and shit, and she is a badass. But she, at this point, was being a special snowflake. That's it. I don't see how you're not getting this and why you don't understand this. All right? Seriously. Learn the lingo. Learn what's really going on. Don't... Whatever.
Though perhaps not to the same extent. Because remember, confident people don't make fun of weakness in this way.
Confident people don't just chalk shit up to a deformed dick. God damn it, you got me talking about Hitler's fucking dick again. Damn it!
People who know their strength and aren't afraid are often the most compassionate people, because they're not overburdened by the need to prove themselves.
Again, not entirely true. Overconfidence can lead to a huge ego, which actually is also a bad thing. And also can actually make somebody a supremacist of some sort, whether it be white or anything else. So, yeah, that's not exactly true. Again, you need to actually fucking look at a broad scale and not just what you think something is.
When I see people like Steve Bannon and Richard Spencer, what I see is a tremendous amount of fear and an inability to cope with it. These men aren't strong, they're consumed by their own cowardice.
I don't know. I don't. I read somewhere that Bannon, I think, it was some big head guy in the that news publication that Milo Yiannopoulos Milo works at. So I kind of think if this guy was, as you say he would, I don't think he would hire a gay Jew who really likes black men, and that. So I kind of want to say that he's probably not what you're saying he is. The other guy, again, I don't really know anything about him. I first heard about him when he got decked, and the video I saw, he was saying that he's not a Nazi, he's not a white supremacist, he has a lot of black friends and stuff like that, and then he got punched. So again, I'm going to take him at his pronouns and say that he's not. But that's just me. I actually listen to people, and I don't just say, oh, you have a different opinion, well, therefore you're a Nazi and a white supremacist, and I hate you. But that's just me. I'm not like that.
They're so weak and so totally unable to manage their own emotions that they feel the need to change the world around them to make them feel safe.
Kind of like feminists do. Kind of like a lot of people on the left do. How they feel inferior, they feel insecure, so they want to change everything around them instead of overcoming that. Also, I've noticed that you really are like the jealous ex-girlfriend. This is sounding more like you feel inferior, so therefore you're going to project your inferiority onto them so you can make yourself feel better and feel bigger than them. Again, this is just speculation. Just calling it as I sees it. But, that's just me, and that's just my point of view. That's all it is.
As the new administration attempts to revitalize Nazi power in America, there's a need to disconnect themselves from anything that might tip off the public that there's a problem. Highly visible labels like Nazi are too dangerous because we've all been taught in school that Nazis are the enemy of the United States and everything we stand for. It would be an immediate red flag, which is why Spencer and Bannon insist on being called white nationalists.
Okay. The reason you shouldn't just call anybody a Nazi is because that is a serious accusation. As you said, Nazis are the enemies of America. They are our enemies. So when you call just anybody a Nazi, like a lot of fucking special snowflakes like to do, you're pretty much saying that everybody's a Nazi. Because they literally do say, you're a Nazi because you don't agree with me. You're a Nazi because you have a different opinion than me. This is stuff that has been said a lot by your side. Sure, it might not be the intellectuals. Sure, these might be the bad examples, and not all, and not a true Scotsman, and yada yada yada. You want to fucking go on about, but nevertheless, that's what your side does. I don't know if these two guys want to be called white nationalists. And you know what? So fucking what if they fucking do? I really don't care. Because you know what? They're not going out assaulting people. They're not the ones hurting people. They're not the ones fucking causing riots. At most, the only thing they're guilty of, if what you're saying is true, is just they're guilty of saying stupid shit. You, on the other hand, are also guilty of saying stupid shit. You are chalking up everything up to inferiority, and fucking a small, deformed penis. When there's more to it than just that. You are being a typical woman. Not saying all women do this. I'm saying the stereotypical bullshit woman that women don't want to be. That is what you're doing right now. You are losing any intellectual ability, whatever, points that you may have had at the start of this. You fucking have lost them. Almost all of them. I'm kind of hoping. I am keeping hope that you are going to fucking say something to make me respect you more. But so far, there's nothing. Nothing here. I am... Why this video is going on, I don't know. I should stop, but I just can't help it. I just got to keep going. Alright? Let's see where your inferiority complex takes us. Let's go deeper down into the rabbit hole, baby.
They also have to degrade the public's trust in the media, as it's the only way to get information about what the government is doing.
No, the media has been doing that plenty by themselves. By fucking coming out with fake story after fake story after fake story. Lie after lie after lie. This has been happening for a long time. A long, long time. This isn't just some new thing that's been going on. A lot of people have been questioning the media for a long fucking time. It's only now that it's actually being taken seriously by people, and because of that, the media is freaking out because a lot of them are being called out on their bullshit. This is a good thing. You need to fucking stop. Again, you just need to. I need to, but I can't help it. I gotta keep going.
Russia has a long history of using government-controlled outlets like RT, Russia Today, to camouflage and distort information about their behavior.
And our media has done the same. Okay. What the fuck?
You may have noticed that I haven't brought up Trump as a party to this attack on American values.
Ring the bell. Here comes the Trump train. Next stop, this bitch.
And that's intentional. From what I've observed, I don't believe Trump is party to this scheme so much as he is a tool of it. He's clearly got financial ties to Putin and Russia, a country that's famous for compromat, or blackmail.
Yeah, and that's been proven wrong. That has been debunked by way better people than me. So I'm not even going to get into it. But seriously, you need to learn to question people. I mean, fucking A. Try using your brain when they bring up this stuff. Because like I said, if you listen to what the people that are saying that he's being blackmailed by Russians and everything, if you listen to what they say and you actually use logic, you realize, I mean, logic and common sense. If you just use logic and common sense, you realize they're fucking full of it. That's all it is. It's just more slander.
It's clear that Trump shares the same emotional weakness that Bannon and other white supremacists do, especially after his infamous comments to the nation about the size of his penis during the presidential debates.
Which was only brought up because of that statue that was made that had him with a tiny penis. They brought it up, he responded, they freaked out like special snowflakes. I mean, were you born yesterday? Did you just crawl out from under a rock? Are you fucking new? Because it sounds like you're fucking new. Seriously, the fuck?
Perhaps he shares Hitler's condition, or perhaps he's just afraid people will think he does.
Oh my god, you brought up Hitler's dick again. Stop. I mean, you only brought it up a couple times, and then you got me fucking thinking about it, and then I finally get out of it, mainly because you brought up Trump's dick, and now you got me back on Hitler's dick. Will you just get off these people's dicks? Okay? Granted, dicks are important to guys, but they're not that fucking goddamn important, okay? I mean, do you talk about your boobs all the time? Fuck me. Oh my god, this is just so... All this is just slander. That's all this whole thing is. It's just nothing but slander. You are literally basing all of this on either bullshit, lies, or just fucking speculation. Your own inferiority is just... Oh, God, I just can't even fucking come up with a proper sentence because of this shit.
He's utterly petrified that someone, somewhere, is laughing at him. And that makes him weak, vulnerable, and easily manipulated.
You do realize Hillary Clinton waged war on a fucking cartoon frog, right? Fucking A. She did it because there was memes being made about her. The fuck? Okay? Are you fucking serious right now? Oh, fuck. He might fear people are laughing at him. But I can tell you this, from what I've seen, he don't give a fuck. He really doesn't, because if he did, he wouldn't be saying a lot of the shit he's saying. He wouldn't do a lot of the shit that he does. A lot of the shit that he says, a lot of the shit that he does and everything, is stuff of a confident man. He is confident. He might be overconfident and might be a little bit of an egomaniac. But that is not inferiority. That is overconfidence. Fucking A, bitch. Stop. See, this is what I was talking about, feelings. You're just going by feelings. You feel like Trump is an asshole. So therefore, you gotta explain it the only way you can, by going by stereotypes. Oh, he's a man that I don't like, so therefore he has a small penis, and he has an inferiority complex, and he thinks everybody's laughing at his small penis. God, you're just so dishonest. That's all it is. Just so dishonest.
It's times like these that we must remember that compassion is strength.
Yeah, and you're just booming with compassion right now. Just fucking booming with it. So compassionate.
That racism is born out of fear. It's a sign that someone can't use their higher brain functions or simply doesn't want to.
Just like chalking everything up to a person having a small dick. You can't use your higher brain functions, so therefore you gotta say, oh, he's got a deformed penis. Fucking cunt.
America is not natural. America is an experiment to see if we can rise above our caveman instincts and live together as one tribe instead of many.
It's not. No. It's not an experiment. Okay? It is a dream. And, I mean, yeah, it was a dream that everybody could live under, one flag, one nation, all these nations coming together and to be one. But you're just fucking wrong. Just utterly wrong again. That's all I can say. Just wrong.
It's a lot of work, and a lot of people have given up everything they've had because they believed it was worth it. And I think most Americans think we're worth it, even if we don't always agree on how to do it. There are dark times ahead for many of us, but I'm hopeful. I believe that this will bring about a renaissance in American patriotism. We're already feeling the swell. It's already happening. And there isn't a single politician in the US who can stop it.
Actually, if every single politician just came together and was like, fuck it, we're gonna be communists or gonna sell whole country to fucking Russia or Japan, yeah, it would happen. I mean, granted, it would start a fucking civil war and all this other shit, and yeah, we'd most likely win it back, but I mean, I'm just saying, politicians could try and stop it if they wanted to. Well, actually, they're not. There's Trump. Nobody's trying to stop it. And it's funny that you bring up the Women's March, one of the biggest special snowflakes events out there, especially because what was about? Equal rights. What do women have? Equal rights. So, the fuck was the protest about? Nothing. It was pointless. It was literally pointless. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, seriously, it's good to see that these people are coming together to fight for the country if we need them to, but there's no need for it right now. Especially because your side is the one tearing this country apart. Your side's the one that has been rioting way more than we have in a fucking long time. Alright? All the injustices that have happened throughout our history, this is the one time we've had more riots in a fucking span of just a couple months than any other time. At least I believe so. I could be totally wrong. That's just a speculation that I just came up with now. Could totally be wrong. But nevertheless, your side's the problem. Your side feels inferior. Fuck off.
So I suggest that they get ready to ride the wave if they want to be on the right side of history. Because America will never bow down to neo-Nazis, no matter what they call themselves.
Yeah. We won't bow down to the Antifa. We won't bow down to the new feminists. We won't bow down to the BLM. All organizations that are pretty much Nazis. We won't bow down to them. They will not win. America will win. The right side of American history is the one that is based on freedom. The one that's based on liberty. And guess what? That is not your side. Well, that's the end of it. What was her name? Super Princess something or other? Yeah. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting her to be a little bit more, more intellectually sound or some shit. I'm sorry, it's late. It's like almost 5 in the morning. I've been up all night, so yeah. But yeah, I found this whole thing to be very dishonest. God, Hitler's penis has been brought up way too much in this whole thing. Same with Trump. The fact that she chalked up Hitler, his whole thing being just about his penis, was just fucking stupid. Her whole argument is just fucking stupid. That it's all in an inferiority complex. There's just more to it. It's another one of those things. It's just wrong. That's all I could say. Fuck this bitch. Seriously, what the fuck? But yeah, okay. So I'm going on 40 minutes now. I'm gonna end it. Please do the normal shit. Please donate to my GoFundMe. Add me on Twitch. Add me on shit. I forgot to add all that shit in my last video. Add me on Twitch. Add me on Twitter. Do subscribe, follow, share, all that stuff. As I always say, I'm horrible at endings. Thank you very much, and you have yourselves a great night.